Hello everybody, my name is Star Wars Boy, how are you? And welcome back to the channel for a brand new Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. Battlefront 2 has a lot of characters to choose from with fun abilities highlighting the powers of that hero. So today we are going to be going over some of the best abilities for a lot of heroes in Battlefront 2. Keep in mind that this list is not in any particular order and all these abilities are just in my opinion. So let's get started. For the Hunt. Just because an ability doesn't deal damage doesn't mean it's not good. For the Hunt is great. It reveals enemies and removes Boba Fett from the minimap, along with giving him unlimited jetpack fuel for a short amount of time. This ability fits Boba's playstyle perfectly, allowing him to find more enemies and stay hidden, along with that very good jetpack fuel. Predator Instincts. When it comes to playing boss, it's hard not to like this ability. When activating it, he switches his rel beat to a micro grenade launcher that allows him to see enemy heat signatures. The grenades are pretty powerful, being able to fire a lot of them into a pretty small room. There are amazing star cards to add perks to this ability, like gaining more time with the ability for each kill, and being able to recharge your other abilities faster when getting kills. Charge Slam. It was really hard to choose between this ability and Furious Bowcaster, but after playing with Chewie, it's safe to say that this one is better. If it doesn't kill any enemies, it sends everyone in the slam radius flying and making them pretty weak on health, but it definitely will kill them because this ability does a ton of damage. Running into a room and using this ability just cleans out everyone, and it's certainly very satisfying. There are some pretty good star cards for this ability, like giving Chewbacca damage reduction while using the ability. Force Choke. When it comes to Darth Vader, it was hard to choose between the Saber Throw and the Force Choke to put on this list. But after playing with Vader a lot more, I realized just how good the choke is. Not only can you choke around 5 enemies at once, but they are completely defenseless during the choke. Even after their release, they can still take tons of damage. If you get caught in a choke under 200 health, you might as well put down your controller because there's literally nothing you can do. Darth Vader is pretty much unstoppable during the choke. I mean, now he can even block during it and use his lightsaber throw. He also has pretty good cards to make the choke even better, like dealing 50% more damage if 2 or more enemies are in the choke, or even the Punishing Grip card, which lets Vader choke enemies for a longer time, up to 40% longer, which is crazy. Chain Lightning. Single-handedly a massive reason why Palpatine is just so powerful. By the press of a button, you can kill so many enemies that you don't even see. Use this ability on 2 troopers and it will bounce onto 4 others behind a corner. Star cards allow you to increase the number of targets the ability can bounce onto, which is one of the best cards in the game. Using this ability with your primary lightning is deadly and can wipe out an entire squad in mere seconds. Detonite Charge. I think we all knew this ability would be on the list, let's be honest. Han throws a sticky grenade which can be detonated at will. Due to a star card that increases damage by 20% in the air, most players will detonate the charge mid-air. This thing is great against large groups of enemies, dealing a massive amount of damage and knocking any survivors down on the ground. Han also has his shoulder charge, which means he has 2 abilities that can easily take down heroes, making him an absolute beast in HVV in combo with his DL-44. Freeze. This stun is probably the best one in the game. This ability is devastating in 1v1s, but it's a death sentence in Galactic Assault and even in HVV. The stun goes on for quite a while, not to mention enemies are stuck in the stun while they can get shot. So while a single lightsaber strike will end the freeze, your entire team can be firing on them and they will just be standing there until either the freeze ends or they die. This ability is really crazy, so if you get stuck in Kylo's freeze at low health, just exit the game because there is no surviving that. Do I really have to talk about this ability? Lando's Sharp Shot is insane, being able to one-shot kill all 4 classes, not to mention kill 5 of them at once. This ability is great for taking out aerial players like Jet Troopers and Boba Fett, and even better for regular troopers. Star cards make this ability absurdly good, increasing the range and shortening the cooldown by 40% when you hit 3 enemies. Force Push. A pretty simple ability, yet one that does the job. Luke's push is really good, and I believe it's way better than Repulse. For one, you can use this ability mid-air, giving you a bit of defense in a vulnerable state. It one-hits all classes except the heavy, and leaves any survivors knocked down on the floor. You can make this ability really deadly with the stronger push card, which lets you increase the knockback up to 20 meters, making ledge kills really easy. Insight. This might be the best ability in the game. It reveals all enemies in a certain radius to Rey and her allies and removes Rey from the minimap. It also decreases stamina drain by 50% and adds 10 damage per lightsaber swing. This is a lot for just one ability, but cards make this ability much more powerful. Farsight allows you to increase the area of effect, and Focus Sight allows you to have the ability active for a max to 15 seconds. To put that into consideration, the ability cooldown is only 10 seconds, meaning you're going to be using Insight a lot more than you're going to be waiting for it to cool down. This ability is absolutely amazing, and it really changes her playstyle and makes flanking really easy in the right hands. Deadeye. This ability really elevates Finn, taking him from a support hero to a super offensive one. Deadeye automatically targets the closest enemy and hits every single shot fired. While this ability already sounds fairly powerful, its cards build upon it. No More Running increases the damage, Raise to Do One Thing increases Deadeye's range, and Stay Calm increases the duration of the ability per kill with Finn. Whenever I use Finn, I use all these 3 star cards to capitalize on this ability, because I know whenever I use it, I will always be going on a killing spree. Claw Rush. While it's nothing like it was a year ago, Claw Rush is still an amazing ability and quickly plows through enemies. Not only are you dealing a lot of damage, but you are much harder to hit. It's really easy to control this ability nowadays, so you can hit a lot more enemies during the ability's duration. With star cards, General Grievous can deal up to 180 damage with the Claw Rush after one hit, and receive 90% damage reduction during the ability, making it great for escaping on low health. Duelist. Probably one of the deadliest abilities in a 1v1, Dooku can absolutely melt heroes with this ability. With it, his lightsaber damage and swing speeds are increased, making him really powerful in HVV. Masterful Duelist increases his damage up to 45, and Balanced Duelist decreases the cooldown to a laughable 9 seconds. When I say a Dooku activate Duelist, I know swing spamming isn't gonna work, and I better go on the defensive and pray he doesn't saber hook me. Heroic Might and Retribution. I thought I would put both of these here since they are very similar. If you see an Anakin just standing in a room, run the other way fast or you're going to regret it. While these two abilities have been nerfed severely over the past years and are riddled with bugs, there's no denying that they are some of the best abilities in the entire game. I mean, what other ability lets you walk into a room and kill everyone, not to mention knocking any surviving heroes down on the ground? Cable Spin. One of the things about this ability is you don't realize it's being used on you until it's too late. BB-8 has such a small hitbox that even if you do manage to shoot at him, his 30% damage reduction will spare his life. This ability deals a ton of damage really silently. With so many explosions and blaster shots going on in the background, it's hard to notice the sound of a whip. Star cards allow the maximum damage to be increased per 0.3 seconds, and the area of effect to be increased, with the ability cooldown to be shortened if hitting a minimum of 2 players. So that is gonna do it for this video, guys. I have a part 2 of this video titled The Worst Abilities in Battlefront 2 dropping tomorrow, so be sure to watch that one too. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys next time, bye, and may the Force be with you always.